Hey guys, it's Denise, and we're back again at Sunshine Tidings Co-op. And today I want to show you how to build some containers and storage bins. That's really the only name I can think of to call them. So there was this one at the grocery store that a lot of y'all said you would like to see how I made that. And y'all also said that you would also like to use this little storage bin idea in your build as well, and that is perfectly and totally fine. I love it when we use each other's ideas, and I love it especially when we're giving each other credit for it, which is what most of us do anyways. But there are some people out there that don't. But if you do use this idea, I would hope that you would give me credit for it. For people that are new, maybe don't know how we do it, but you oldies know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so just grab a hold of that with a pillar, line it up, and press LB in the left stick, and just move it upwards. That's what I did to get it straight there. And then the posts just go right in there. You don't have to glitch them at all, which is great, because you don't have to use any rugs or poles or pillars or anything. So, and so that's it. You could put anything you want in there, pretty much. I used it for vegetables, of course. And I will just set this one over here for the time being, and I'll show you some other designs too. Now the first person I saw do this for a farmer's market idea was my friend Liz, and that is More to Me for Life. I'll leave a link in the description to her channel and the video to where I saw this. This is one of her designs right here. We put the concrete blocks, the ones that are this size, you put them in just a square, and then glitch a bathtub in there, and just throw whatever you want in there. I threw a couple of weights in there as just excuse me, an example of what you could do. Another one of her designs was to put down a little wooden floor and then put some railings around it, and of course I used that at the grocery store as well. Threw some melons in there. This one I used at my Jamaica Plains settlement. This is kind of one that I made based off Liz's design, and another one that I made based off of her design. And there was some other designs too that I saw on my friend Mr. Fox 1701's channel as well. I will link the video so y'all can see all the different kinds. I didn't want to replicate every single one of them because I don't want to steal anyone's thunder. That's their thing. If you want to see the rest of their designs, you'll have to go to their channel and watch their videos on how they made them. So these are the ones that I made in here, of my own ideas. I stuck a Brahman trough in here in the display case. It doesn't fit perfectly, but I'm sure once you fill it with merchandise and stuff, it won't look as quirky. Plus, if you're lining this up against a wall and you're putting other stuff beside it, it's going to cover that up anyways. So I don't think that one looks too bad. Here's one I made out of scaffolding. You could put different sides on it, of course, different railings. Here's one I made that you could just slap on the floor, or you can put a bottom up underneath it. Here's one I made just putting the weapon racks in a square, using the pillar, and then stuck some bathtubs in there. Or you'll leave the bathtubs out and put some other weapon racks to divide it up into like 4 sections, and then use each section a different things stocked in each 4 sections. Of course, this is a design I did over at the Vault 88. Except I put the weapon racks in there. I also put weapon racks on the outside of it, and I think I did something like this. I believe I put a weapon rack on the outside here. Best to put it on with the pillar because that one's not going, and then I put a shelf on there as well. These are all just you know, different storage ideas that you could use. You could even glitch that in there, this bookshelf, and you know, stock stuff in there that way. And or you could glitch that in there. You'd have to use a pillar, or glitch one of the magazine stands in there and just show, you know, the top half of your magazines if you wanted to. I put the shelf on the outside, I think like this, or was it? I think I used the wooden one, or I put it up higher, I think. I can't remember. I put a shelf on the inside, and then I put like one on the outside as well, and I stuck stuff in there. Because as a lot of you know, this floor, or whatever you call it, this top boarding here, whenever you put stuff in there, stuff has a bad tendency of falling through there. So you could also do something where you maybe stack two of these tables on top of each other and then glitch it in there. You know, just so it has something to set on the inside. I think that might work. I don't know how much of it sticks out on the other side. Again, though, if it's up against a wall, it really wouldn't matter much because it wouldn't show. I think there's a narrower table, though. Two of these stacked up might do the trick. There's that one. This one, yeah. I think that one might work really well. But to put in there, and that way, if you stocked anything on top, it wouldn't really fall through or whatever. So I made another one here of the weapon racks again, where I just put them, you know, in a rectangular shape, and then I glitched a baby crib in here, and you could just, you know, throw stuff in there. I did one here out of bookshelves, and you could stock stuff on the outside of this and then just throw some stuff there in the middle. Or if you didn't want to do that, you could you know, just make something, I guess, more interesting by maybe putting something in there like that in the middle or something, or maybe two of these in the middle, or maybe one of these in the middle, or, you know, just something to kind of maybe dress it up a little bit. But there's all different kinds of ideas that we could come up with. Here's one I did using 4 pictures, and then I used some of the wooden crates to make the bottom. Now if you didn't want to do it like that, you could just take this part and you know, put it on the ground. I've got to get to a pillar. Where's the pillar at? Where did it go? There it is. Okay. Yeah, so then you could just take it like this and put it on the ground to wherever you are working at, or wherever you want your items to be stocked at. Yeah, so what do we have in our junk that we could just throw in here? I don't know. There's lots of stuff we could just throw in here. And so these might work. The idea behind these little containers is to maybe make junk decorating a little bit easier for those that don't want to stack a bunch of stuff on a shelf. You know, maybe you could do something like this where you are just kind of throwing stuff in a little bin, and it's a lot easier. It's still time consuming, but as far as like difficulty, it's not difficult at all, because you're just throwing stuff in a bucket basically, or whatever it is that you want to throw in there. And most of it will stay put too, and plus it's a little bit protected because it's in the bin. So you know, you're not going to get a bunch of stuff falling through and disappearing as much as it would be like, you know, on a shelf or whatever. And then you could, you know, just stack it a little bit above the line, you know, where you can see what, at least what merchandise is in there. And you know, that's pretty much it. So yeah, that's what I wanted to show you guys, how to build the this little bin. And you know, you could make this taller if you wanted to. You could go 3 high with it if you wanted to. I made another one and set it right next to there. You could actually make it 4 in a square and then put, I don't know, maybe this one in the middle of it, or that one, something. There's lots of different ideas we could think of. I was trying to think of another one just by you know, just scrolling through the menu. You can kind of look through there and be like, oh, you know, I just thought of another one, or whatever. You know. Let's see. You could use this. Connect 2 of these together and use that as a bin for something. You know. You'd have to use the pillar, of course. Let's see. I think I could do something with this. Maybe. Kind of feel like I'm doing our building a house with furniture again. Using the furniture for stuff. And then on the outsides you could put like the weapon racks to cover up the sides, and you could use that for something. I don't know. Maybe put use that, but you know, if it was on even ground, you could put the bathtubs on top of it, or the Brahmin troughs, I guess. You know, you could put those on top of there going around, and then, you know, if people are coming through your store, they could just kind of walk around it in a circle and you know, pick out whatever they wanted from the little bins. I forgot if this hang on, let me try the stacking thing real quick. I just want to see. I haven't done a stacking video in a while, so I want to check this. I forget if I don't do it every once in a while. Let me get my stacking stuff ready here. Stack. Okay, Brahmin trough, come here. Where do you go? Whoops. Where did I put it? There's a dead Brahmin. That's always fun. Well, I guess I didn't set one down, dang it. Okay. I think anything that an animal can use will not stack, if I remember correctly. I forgot the rules of stacking. Oh no, it did stack. Okay, so it stacked. Let's see if it'll move together. Yes, it will. So you could do something like this, and then just, like I said, line them up in a square. And, you know, that could look pretty cute. Oh, there's lots of different things we could do. When I get the build up for my special shop that's coming at Summerville Place, you will see a lot of these little designs in that build. So yeah, I just wanted to show these to you guys. I hope they've been helpful, and I hope they inspire you to think of some of your own ideas to make some little containers and or storage bins. So yeah, the next video I'm going to do is going to be showing y'all stacking stuff on the shelves that some of y'all requested, Jan in particular. And so if you have any requests of what you would like to see me stack on a shelf, please leave it in the comments so that I will make sure I add that into the video. If y'all want to see, you know, whatever items you want to see put on a shelf, whether it be a tiny item or whatever. And if it's a troublesome item, I'll show that in the video too. That way it'll save you all some time if you don't want to bother with that item. Like, hey, if Denise can't stack it, then I'm not going to mess with it, you know. Some people are just like that. So if it helps you guys out and saves you all time in your building and decorating, then I am more than happy to show it to you that way, to save y'all some grief. Alright, so I want to thank y'all for watching, and I'm going to let you go for now, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.